What is going on? Welcome, Rabid in the house. How you guys doing? It is Saturday night and things going. It can't be here for too long, guys. This isn't going to be a 10-hour stream like we've been doing lately. That's too much for me. It's not going to be out. Plus, you got an Oilers game in about 45 minutes now. They're playing Vancouver. Anyway, what's going on? Welcome, everyone. Let's see what's happening. Oh, Mr. Steal Your Blocks 447. Steal Your Blocks. How you doing? Where you been hiding? What have you been up to lately? How things going? Is Hut 8 still own that power plant down by Medicine Hat or what? What's going on with that? Awesome. Nice to see you here. What have you been up to though? You still mining? You doing anything? What's happening? I see Squirrel Masters in the house. I see he's a pirate. Squirrel Ma The pirate says, "I'll put the kettle on for a coffee early morning, 4 a.m. for you." That's crazy. 4 in the morning. I got what is that? Dan Boomer there. I got Tech City. What is happening? We got Ninja Kid. Sling Buzz is there. What do we got here? What is that? Tech City 4578. Doll again. Scrolling through. Anybody else? Everyone's talking away. What is that? Jan Lipitsky. We got 32 viewers, 9 likes. Make sure you guys smash that like button as well. Oh, the one and only Budweiser. Nailed it. Pellish Miners in the house. What is going on? We got Cats of Crypto. Just jumped on me. Let's see where we at. See what we have going on. You've been crazy busy with life. Okay, awesome. Busy with life is a good thing, I suppose, depending what it is. That's about how much power I got left. I'm at Bleach. We talk about 14% power. Are you talking about you guys talking solar stuff or what? Um, yes, Hut 8 still owns that power plant. Their stock is up to around $80. What was their stock at before? Like, how much is it actually up? Was it like $5? Now it's at 80. Was it like $75? Now it's 80. Like, I don't know where it was at first. I owed you a Budweiser. Oh man, squirrely in you. So yeah, craziness. So anyone in I guess obviously Alberta would be better, but anyone in Canada in general know a place to get cheap solar panels? I'd like to get maybe 2 or 4 of them possibly. Something small. I could just start off with maybe the solo Bitcoin mine, something just to learn how to run everything. Maybe I might just get one of those Blue Yeti battery box inverter things where you can plug it in also. That way the solar powers it. And then if you run out of solar, the batteries die, then it automatically swaps into AC and stuff like that. I was thinking of something like that to play around with as summer gets closer here, but we'll see what happens. Canadian Solar though, are they decent though for their? Because I was looking at them, but when you want a whole package, they're expensive. But maybe they're decent for just panels, or maybe they got bulk panels or something. I don't want bulk panels. I said I only want a couple. I don't want to buy 10 pallets or something like that. You're on solar, yeah. I'm about to go dark for the night. Okay, so that's what happened. You run out of power, about to go dark, Bleach. Craziness. I could ask some people about solar stuff. You know a lot of people. Nice. Yeah. See if there's maybe someone's throwing out some panels they don't want to use anymore. They're upgrading, things like that. You can find stuff sometimes for super cheap. So it'd be nice to get my hands on, I don't know, 4 or 5, 350 watts, maybe a couple 400 watts or up to 500. I think they have up to 800 and some watt, maybe 1,000 watt panels now, but those are expensive to get those. So, a few maybe in the 4 to 500 watt range or something. I think it'd be a nice starter setup, just to learn how it goes, start small, creating videos, things like that. I think that's something I want to kind of try though, anyway. I've Googled a lot of I can't find anything around here. There was a couple places up on Kijiji, which is the buy and sell place, but now they're all gone. They all just disappeared. So, yeah, I don't know. Don't buy right now. So much free. There's a lot of free panels out there. Well, yeah, that's perfect price. Free is good. So where can we find these free ones? Hut 8 stock goes around. Oh, $8 in 2020 to 2021. Okay, yeah, it's up a lot then. $8 to now. That's pretty good. That's a nice jump. And if you get a small battery pack, especially in CA, yes, the the B Ledi, but the sodium brand new made for extreme cold weather and lasts forever. These will replace the Life Pro. Well, I'd probably have like either the Yeti or that part. Like that part would probably be in my garage, and then I'd run the wires outside and then, to the panels and stuff. So the deep freeze part doesn't really matter. But again, the future proof, depending on price, maybe the deep freeze would be okay because, like I said, it could last outside. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Are you gonna do a hybrid style? I will be moving this fall, and that is what I will be heading with my power. Mining, yeah, I was mining XMR, yeah, for sure. I was mining some XMR action. I actually just turned my rig. I got my last payment. I turned my rigs off, and I want to recalibrate because once you get your payout and you go on a little more, then you got to wait for the next payout unless you want a quick payout and you pay more fees and stuff. So I shut him off like just before the license, so I just shut him off. So I want to look around and see, what else is there to mine on the CPUs. XMR price has, hopefully it goes back up again, but it's been holding decently it's been on the fall. Network hash rate has been coming down a little bit, I guess, to match, but it's just there's other stuff out there that should be better. I think I just gotta find them. And again, it says I was unsubscribed. Quick, I don't know. That's a weird quick hash. Maybe someone's unsubscribed. Maybe do you have like, as your wife or does she go up behind you and say unsubscribe from all these people that make us spend too much money on power? Like, could that be happening? I don't know. XMR pumped to do a BTC core wallet that got, yeah, I seen that. I seen about the hack thing that happened then, but like it kept going up. Like, did they just send little bits? Possibly. It swapped it out. Yeah, I seen some news on that, but who knows? It doesn't matter why it went up. The point is it went up. So it was nice to see that for XMR. People want to keep their, like, I was reading some stories, and again, Bitcoin and Litecoin got hacked. And guess where it got hacked? Inside of a bridge where it's trying to go between different networks and stuff. So again, all these people want to bridge to other networks and do all these things. And what happens? Everybody seems to get hacked in them. And this was not a small one. This was 200 and some $1 million was in this bridge, and it got hacked. So if you want to keep using bridges, go for it. But they seem to be very vulnerable. $650 XMR. Not bad, not bad. We need to hit 800. I think it'd be sweet to see $800 XMR. Every bridge is another vulnerability. Exactly. Like, I don't know why chains just, like, it's fun. It's hilarious. We see, okay, we're this chain. We're doing this. We're going to be this. We're going to be the next Bitcoin. We're going to, whatever. It doesn't matter. And then, they're saying how much better they are than Ethereum or better than these guys. And guess what? Okay, guys. So our next major upgrade, we're going to be bridging onto the Ethereum network. Why? That goes against everything you pretty much just said. Why do you want to bridge on there? Do your own thing. If you do something great and people want your coin, they will come to your chain. And like, oh, I don't know. It's crazy. Those neon lights on the wall are legit. The neon lights. Nice, nice. You like them neons, huh? That's like some nice neons. Oh man. I just ordered a new mini PC with an AMD processor in it, and I will be adding to the XMR farm a 5800U CPU. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Build it and they will come. That's a good one. I like that. Build it and they will come. That's that's a nice way to look at it. Let's take a look right now at some CPUs profitability stuff. I just want to come back to here. Oh, I don't even have it listed. All right, I want to go into CPUs. All right, we'll go to here. Let's take a look. 12-cent power, calculate. Let's share this tab. So let's adjust over to here. Bam, bam. All right. So like right now we're seeing Monero sitting at 81 cents before power cost. Looks like about 40 cents after power. But we're seeing 4 more coins that could be making you guys some more money than Monero. So let's just see. We have 56 cents after power on QRL. We got Random X Epic Cash making 65 cents. So take this. Let's look at some revenue beforehand because you have to add in your own power supplies, your own power costs. So if you have an idea of how much it gets in revenue, then you can get an idea of how much it costs, in power. Because we do know we're about 142 watts or so on a 7950X and stuff. So coming into here, we have Epic Cash, $1.06. And this is mining it for 48% of the time. So 52% of the time, we kind of talked about it before, you can mine anything else that SRB miner supports. Now, Random X is SRB. So minus this is a different Random X version. It's not that. So you need a separate miner. So it won't work on that as far as I'm aware. But we could go to possibly, we could do QRL. Also do Monero. This doesn't have Tari mining in it, so you're getting a little more with the Tari, but probably not much. But just take the $1.06 here, add in, say, let's go QRL, 97 cents. So where's my calculator? Ooh, smashed into my mic here. Let's go 1.06. And then we need about half. Actually, let's get the next one. 97 cents. 0.97 divided by 2. So that's about 48.5 cents. So 48.5 cents plus $1.06. So yeah, so now that'd be about $1.54. So you'd be making about $1.54 now before power, which is obviously better than all these. Then subtract your power. So right now, I should, in theory, move my rigs to Epic Cash and then secondary mine either Monero or QRL, but put those on the secondary coin because when this transforms, because if you're unfamiliar, I talk about a lot, but Epic Cash is 3 algorithms. We could look at it right here, actually. And you can see Epic here. So there's Random X right here, which is what we'd be mining. There's Cuckoo, which is GPU, or Cuckoo, which is ASICs, and ProgPow, which is GPU. So it mines this 48% of the time, this 48% of the time. You're like, well, that doesn't add up for 3 chains. Well, it only mines on the ASICs 4% of the time. So that's why, kind of here. So I don't know why they did that. They should just remove this and go 50-50, but they're not. Anyway, so 52% of the time, while it's mining these 2 other chains, because it goes X amount of blocks, and then it switches to this, then it switches to this, and then it goes back. This is how it goes. It doesn't go, like how Tari kind of does. It's mining them all at the same time on 8-minute block times. It actually switches the entire network between each one. So it's offline for this. And that's why while it's mining these, you're mining that other coin. And then when it switches back, it just cuts that coin off and goes straight back to hashing Random X again. So that's kind of in a nutshell how the Random X mining is working when it comes to, or I guess the dual type of mining or whatever, switching for QRL or for Epic Cashes. So I'd mine these 2 coins instead of just directly Monero. Now, depending what Tari mining is actually working out to be, you could put it on the Monero and then mine it with Tari also, or just straight Tari, depending what that is. That's something we could look at also. If I bring in my spreadsheet, or you know what, hashrate.no should tell us that. So let's go to coin calculator. Let's see if it has Tari. Tari random at okay, if we go to Monero, does it have Monero merge? No. Huh. All right, I'm gonna have to do it with my spreadsheet, I think. Just so I know. Just so I know what's going down. All right, loading up. Load it into here. All right, I'm just gonna get some numbers quick now. Load it up to okay, I'm gonna come into Tari. Just so you guys know what I'm doing in the background, I'm just gonna go in, I'm gonna find Tari RX here, for example, and I'm just gonna get the network hash rates and price from here. So I'm gonna be on here so you guys can see this, but just so you know where I'm getting my information. So right now it looks like Tari is 174 megabytes online, or megabytes, mega hash online. So Tari only 174 mega hash, up a little bit then. Okay, 174, boom. And the price is, look around, 000 or 0028. 0028. So it's actually up a little bit when it's here. 288. Boom. Let's go here. Tari merge. 88. Boom. All right, so now I need Tari mixed with Monero. Monero RX. We got 4.28 gigahash. So that's actually down. Oh, 4.28, down a bit. 0.28. And now I need Monero hash rate. Monero's at about 6.94. 6.94. 694. So almost 7 gigahash. And the price is sitting at 559. 559. All right. So out of these, what is the most profitable to mine? We could see 30, or what am I saying? $36 here. What the heck? Oh, I'm like, well, no wonder. Like, hey, we gotta change this hash rate up. This is with 1 mega hash. I'm like, that seems pretty freaking high, but that's when I was doing some X9 numbers. All right, let's adjust this. 22 there. This is gonna look a little better now. 22 kilohash, 22 kilohash, 22 kilohash. All right, so now we got. All right, so for merge mining, Tari and Monero together, it's about 79 cents. So 80 cents before power cost. Now, what was this telling us? 81 cents. So it looks like when you look at Monero here, this is with the merge mining with Tari. So keep that in mind. 81 cents, and that's what my spreadsheet is telling me. It's 79. So 80 cents, adding the two together. Now, mining it, Tari all by itself, where is it? 3. So it actually looks like you're getting 3 cents more. So not much, not really worth, depending what you want to do. But you are getting a bit more mining Tari all by itself. 83 cents before power cost. So now coming back into here to decide what to mine, it's still looking like QRL is probably your best bet, or maybe even a Tika. A Tika or QRL mixed with Random X Epic Cash is probably the most profitable way to mine right now on your CPUs. Obviously, if you want to just mine one single coin, it's like the XDEG has been on here for about a week now as the top coin. So that's the other option that you have here. So right now, when it comes to CPU mining, it's probably best to go on one of those. Now, there's probably some other unknown coin out there, which I haven't looked around yet, but there's probably something that we could take a look at there for that, and might find something better. Rio6969, I see over there in the Twitch there. My chat was closed, but I opened it up and welcome. What do we got going on? Palace Miner, hey, Rob Miner, have you seen this? American burger chain Steak and Shake, what expands Bitcoin treasury with latest $10 million addition? No, I didn't hear about that at all. So what's going on? It's a burger chain bought Bitcoin, or a burger chain is also going to be adding Bitcoin payments? How's that working? Jake, right mind. So it was shared with me that the latest Monero pump was due to someone's BTC wallet getting hacked through social engineering, and the contents filtered through privacy coins, about 282 million. Yeah, it was a mixture between Bitcoin and LTC, I believe. It was the two coins together with a combined value of 282 million or something. And it happened somewhere, I think, in a bridge. So bridging between chains is where it happened. So things are vulnerable, and all these coins want to keep adding all these bridges in, but so many places get hacked. And I think it sounds like that's where this hack went through, was the bridge in between. And then it got turned into Monero so that they could get out safely. But it sounds like they didn't know what they were doing. So obviously they successfully performed this hack, but they didn't mask it up with the actual privacy. They just went straight up here. You can see everything. And I think they were caught and arrested in France or something. Is that what I heard? They're down by like France or something. I think so, but they were caught. Yeah, XMR is down $200 or something now. The market in general is kind of dipping, but just like with any altcoin, like I said, we don't expect this to last. It's going to go up, and then all these coins are going to free fall. I really think we're teetering on the bear market, guys. We're seeing the last wave of altcoins to finally do its thing, but eventually, everything's going to start cratering and go down to nothing. That's why I say, if you're trying to pre-order an X9 from Monero, don't do it, because it's probably going to be 50% cheaper when it actually releases. We don't know. Like maybe it'll be down to 3,000, 4,000. I don't know, but it'll probably drop to 2,000 to 2,500, depending on the price of Monero. The whole market's going to be in turmoil in 6 months from now. When July comes in, crypto's probably going to be just tanking, but we don't know for sure. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, just be very careful. Don't pre-order. They're going to get cheaper. Bitmain going to crush many souls. Oh yeah, they always do. Be very careful with those. Maybe they'll also be sold out. That's the other thing. That's the gamble you got to take. Or they're all going to be sold out. And even though we're looking at this and we're saying don't buy them, but there's people buying them. There's people, who knows, maybe one guy, maybe Marathon Mining, for all we know, ordered them all. Maybe they're already sold out. We don't even know it. Like, we have no idea. But yeah, it could be a very small batch, and then no one will even be able to get their hands on one, kind of like with the X5. So it'll be a weird one. But let's take a look at some prices right now, actually. Oh no, I didn't want that. I wanted this. Boom, boom. Yeah, we're seeing a bunch of red here. Monero, 559. Oof. Yeah, that's down quite a bit. I gotta go dump my Monero again before it goes to zero. Quai is still going up though. So look, Quai's at 11. Wow. Look at this, guys. This is insane. We're looking at the 1 month here since SOAP. 2-cent Quai, 11-cent Quai. I don't have words for this. I love what they're doing. I love this. People probably think, "Oh, Rabid, you have no morals. This is bad. This is horrible." No, I've always talked about it. I'm a crypto miner. We mine for profitability. They're doing what miners wanted. And that's the opposite of every other coin. Look at Ravencoin. Ravencoin went in, they had a halving event. Guess what happened? The price maintained, it didn't magically go up to the moon. It stayed the same and went down. And what has to happen, even if the hash rate, the price of the coin stays the same, when you have a halving event, that's half your block rewards gone. So what's that mean? Miners have to leave because you were already non-profitable. Now you're 50% less profitable because half the blocks are gone. So now you got to go find new homes, turn off, do whatever. All these coins, because they're pretty much just forks of Bitcoin, and they just leave it saying, "Oh yeah, we're deflationary, we're doing this, and they're just too lazy to change it up. Sure, they put in a different algorithm, but it's all the same tokenomics and stuff as freaking Bitcoin. It's just halving every 4 years. They left all that in the chain. That's why we're seeing all this. And they're saying the same argument. We're deflationary. Well, miners are always like, well, ever since Ethereum went to POS, we're like, okay, why do these coins have an event? Half the hash rate leaves. No prices are going up on them. So that's obviously not helping. And now we have Quai. They took their emissions, and guess what? They increased it by 5 times. 5 times. Oh gosh, that's inflationary. Why would they do that? That's the stupidest thing you could do. All right. And they're also mining these other chains, and they're bringing in all that other income, and it's offsetting and increasing over the miner sell pressure of those emissions, because Dogecoin is the second largest coin in emissions. Let's just take a look at this. They strategically picked good coins. Like, we'll come in, look at the emissions. Look, we got Dogecoin, second largest cryptocurrency in terms of emissions, 1.86 million. Even in bad times, like this is obviously in bull runs and stuff, when it pumps, goes up way more. If Quai would get more hash rate on Doge from Script, they'd be going they'd double or triple their price from here, because there's a lot of money to pull out of Dogecoin. Same thing, they're mining Litecoin on top of that. They don't have any CPUs, so I don't know. In the future, they might get some Monero, but they're also rocking Bitcoin Cash. They are the second largest entity on Bitcoin Cash, so they're getting in a lot of the Bitcoin Cash revenue. They're small on Dogecoin. If you guys seen that video, haven't seen that, check it out. But it is right here. Crypto mining is booming thanks to this. So this one right here goes over how SOAP and everything is working. So check that one out. But yeah, and then they got Ravencoin here. So they're dealing. This is like the largest GPU network Ravencoin is. Like it's losing a lot of its value and stuff now. But when it comes to hash rate and stuff, it's one of the chains with the most amount of GPUs on it. As crazy as it is to believe that, but that's the case. And now they're like the largest entity on Ravencoin. So they're taking most of the blocks here, put it, and it's all going into Quai. So they got $26,000 coming into Quai from here. They got, well, not quite 26, but you get the idea. They got, maybe $10,000 from there coming in. Actually, we could take a look exactly what they're pulling in. Where is it? Let's go to SOAP. Yeah, SOAP Quai. We'll look at this tab here, and it tells us what we got in. So right here in the past 24 hours, they pulled in $50,000. So that's $50,000 on top of what the normal chain and emissions and stuff are. So this is what they pulled in, and then you got all the miners are pulling in. And then if we just take a quick peek at Quai here, I just want to see what their the exchange volume is also looking really good right now. So we can see that. Look at this. $19.3 million is being rocked on MEXC right now. 312,000 on Gate.io. And who knows what the volume will be once Kraken releases on this. It's going to be the guys. Release the Kraken, and who knows what's going to happen. We'll see. It'll be interesting. But this is stuff miners always wanted. Oh, did I even have that on here? Yeah, I had that there. Okay, so yeah, share. Boom. So this is what miners always wanted, and it seems to be working. So they're taking the value from the other coins, obviously. It's going into the Quai ecosystem. All those coins are also that they're buying is being burnt, but they're also buying the coins. So it's causing a increase in that price. And it's working out in all the miners' favor. And we're seeing across the board a majority of all the hardware that can mine it is Quai is the most profitable. You're making more with script on Quai. You're making more with your GPUs on Quai. So, it's working out. And, for me, I'm happy with that. What do we got here? Steak and Shake, the restaurant chain accepts BTC as payment. That is what he meant. Oh, okay. I thought they bought a whole bunch of. Okay, so adoption. That's awesome. We're seeing a fast food burger restaurant adopting Bitcoin, accepting payments. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing to see. Crypto being more adopted like this. I know BC, they have a lot of places are accepting Bitcoin out there, like in Vancouver and stuff. So that's wicked. You too use enterprise drives for the win. IOTA is rocking enterprise drives for whatever you guys are talking about there. Did HDD pass through to my, what is that? VM, worst idea ever. Placed ordered for HBA and we'll pass through that. Oh, you guys are doing like pass through stuff. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds awesome. um, well, both. They buy BTC and accept it. So, yeah. So they bought a whole bunch. Yeah. So, no, that's good. So they're investing in it, but they're also accepting it. So that's a wicked thing. XDAG is low emissions. No, yeah, I'm at. Well, that's the thing. We know a lot of these coins are very low emissions. I'm not sure what XDAG is at for emissions, so probably can't take too much hardware. But the point is, obviously you don't want to take XDAG and do what Quai is doing with Doge and stuff because there aren't really much emissions to take. As soon as you get miners on there, it soaks it up fast. But so if XDAG is, one of the most profitable coins right now, then that means there's hardly anybody mining it because everyone's flocking to the whole Monero conundrum right now, and no one's looking at the other coins. So there's a very small number of miners on them, and that's why they're more profitable. But as soon as, they depending how small they are, sometimes they're so small that even 5 miners will crush it and there's no profit. Sometimes it might go up to 20 or 50, and sometimes it takes, 10,000 miners to finally start dropping that, depending on the emissions and network hash rate and stuff. Oh, Yoda says, Rabid, I pulled all 11 3900Xs out of my mining shed, going to list it next for sale. You got 11, the whole thing. So you selling them as whole? Oh, you know what? How many do I got? I only got a couple. I don't know what they're going for. I should probably do that though. Exchanges. That is a racket. Quai most likely needed to supply USD to meet the needs of sellers for a liquidity pair. Just a guess after running cats of crypto. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, but They are getting more exchanges. They're gonna be going to MEXC or not MEXC, they're already in MEXC, but, there's a lot of volume there, we just saw, like, what, 13,000,000? That's a lot of volume, and then, No Crack is gonna be coming, that's a larger exchange, so it'll be interesting, but, yeah, the thing is, though, here's the prices. And if miners or anybody selling, it doesn't have to be miners, but investors, anybody, if they're selling more than the people buying, then that means the price goes down. Now, if the miners, everyone is selling and the price keeps going up, well, that means this extra revenue they're actually pulling out of these coins like Doge and stuff, which Doge is a huge coin for emissions, is it's absorbing all that and then still continuing the buy pressure, which continues to keep the price and everything up. So yeah. You sold four 5900X rigs with 16 gigabytes DDR4 for 1500 2 weeks ago. Four of them for 1500. 1500 divided by 4, 300, yeah, 375 each. That's USD. That's not bad. Yeah, it's around 500 bucks. Yeah, 600 bucks a rig. That's about what they go for. 3090 is around 750 on eBay. Interesting. I need a white 5090. That's what I need. Am I ever gonna find one? Probably not. I have no idea. Go back into here. Boom. All right, what else do we got? Yes, USD. Yeah, what is that though? I'm gonna look it up very quick. Okay, I just did that. Divided it by 1500 divided by 4, so 375. 375 USD to Canadian is uh, USD to CAD. Oh, that's $522. So yeah, $500 to $600 to build one of those rigs. Yeah, that's about the price. So you should, in theory, you should be able to get more than that. You could probably put that up to $450 a rig, just because of the AM4 demand that's going up. That's about average price is what you sold them for. So should be able to be getting possibly a little more out of those. Um, Not bad. I sold the 5950 128 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, X570 Dark Horse board for 650 a week ago. 128 gigabytes of RAM. Yes, it's DDR4, but still, damn. What's the offer? $5,000. What? Yeah, for nah. Cash sale in person. Yeah, I guess that works. Cash in person. That's obviously the best way to go about it. You don't have to worry about people trying to reverse things through PayPal and other stuff. And then obviously, oh, can I do a crypto payment? Well, that's if you're buying stuff and the seller said crypto, then you're kind of sketched out by it. Uh, did I attempt the Quine node yet? No, I have not. I don't know what I want to. I might have to use I might have to use my other 3900X sitting here. I got to figure out how big the blockchain is, and then maybe I'll try. Oh, but then I got to install Linux. So actually, I could do a VM, I guess. Put Linux in it. I don't know. I'll figure something out, or a dual boot thing. But then I need another hard drive. Oh man, they're a bit of trouble. Yeah, are they a bit of trouble? The Quiet Notes? Interesting. No, I haven't tried it yet, but I want to. I want to try and check it out here. Can you mine to your own node with Digibyte? Well, you can mine to your own node with anything. Yeah, you can with Digibyte. It all depends how you have it set up, though. Like some coins you can mine directly to the node. Other ones you need to set up Stratum software. Digibyte, I think you need to utilize something like Mining Core. You need to set up a mining pool to mine that. It doesn't have Stratums and mining built directly to the node. But yeah, step number one to any blockchain, any coin, you run the node, and that's how you mine on them. It's all on a proof of work. You can't set up a POS node to mine to it. You have to set up a POS node to, stake and do that stuff through it. But step number one to mining or anything with any coin is run the node. And then depending how the node is built. One, you can just point your hash rate straight to the node. Other ones like Kaspa, all you need is to install that Stratum software and it will convert your rigs to work between your node like that. And other ones, you need a full-fledged pool like mining core or something in order to run to. But yeah, you can run the Digibyte. I believe Retro Mike has that Umbrel store, his store for Umbrel set up to run a Digibyte and solo mine to it through mining core, just a couple clicks, and it's good to go on the Umbrel, just like your Umbrel Bitcoin nodes. He has that set up and a mining core installation through Umbrel all ready to go through his store there. So that's something I'm going to look at here soon, to give you ideas how to set that up and stuff. But I don't want to put that on my Bitcoin node. I'll do it on something else maybe. I just got to see how much room they all need. But yeah, that's definitely an option there. You can do that. But I don't know which I the Digibyte one, I don't know if it's a SHA-256 because Digibyte's on lots of networks. So I don't know if it's just a specific one that you can do or if it matters what hardware you point to it, and it just knows what you're mining with and does it. Like I don't know about that part of it. I have to look in to see which one that is. But yes, it's definitely possible to solo mine to your own node, but you will need pool software for Digibyte. Um, yeah, there you go. See, J Rod is saying it through the Retro Mic app. So that's something I'll probably look into that sometime this week because it seems like more people are, trying to get into the solo aspect of things. And if you're looking for any of these Bitcoin script type of crazy solo miners, smash links in the description, guys. Check out my website. It'll take you to stores all over the place with discount codes. Just hit them. It'll help out the channel. Or if you're shopping on Amazon, hit the one that says Shop Amazon and just search anything you want. If you're buying a car on Amazon, which I really doubt you are, but just make sure you click that link first and search anything you want. All right, you guys have any other questions? What's going on? What's happening? I won't run an Umbrel. Pellish Miner doesn't want to run an Umbrel. It's coming, but yeah, some people don't like Umbrel. There's other ones like Start 9 and stuff like that, which is supposed to be more stable than Umbrel. But some people in general just don't like Umbrel. Other people don't care. Personally, I don't really care about it. I'll run it. And, a lot more people seem to be getting into Umbrel. But, obviously the best way to run everything is from scratch and just do it yourself. What do we got? Any more questions? Any questions out there, guys? We got 7 minutes until the hockey game starts. Let's go Oilers. Oilers versus Vancouver. Oh, it's Rabid versus Panda tonight in the hockey game. Here we go. Rabid versus Panda. You have Digibyte, and yes, Digibyte is on SHA-256. Yeah, it's on few. It's on I don't even know, 6 different algorithms. It's on a whole bunch. Let me just see if I can find Digibyte. Yeah, here, let's bring up. Let's go to this. And here. Yeah, so there's Digibyte SHA-256, the Digibyte script, Digibyte qubit, Digibyte Skeed, and Digibyte Odo script. So Digibyte is split between a lot of different networks. So yeah, keep that in mind when you do it. You can mine it on a bunch of these. And the 2 most popular ones though is SHA-256 and script, obviously. But yeah, there you go. 5 algos. Epstein is alive? What? Oh, man. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's crazy. 51 viewers, 29 likes. Come on, guys. Smash that like button. We need some more of it. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I want to try something here. We got some new. Where are they? Don't switch. All right, let's try some new ones. I got some new voices here we should try. I don't know how they're going to work. So I'm going to I'll just share this screen. Then we'll just look at those and see what they sound like. Sometimes you guys like to play this game. Sometimes you don't. We'll see. Here they are. Bam. All right, here they are. So, what are some of the new ones here? This says cute. This says this one. All right, let's try that. Budweiser.
Hello. Do you guys hear this? How do I sound? Do I sound cute or what? It says I do. It says I should be cute. Let me know. Let's try tactical mic now.
All right, coming in. This is Tactical Mike. We're doing some tactical stuff, so let me know. Moving on to DJ. Hey guys, I'm a DJ. Am I rocking it? Bum, 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 bum. Hit that. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, and the cyber girl.
What? Do I actually sound like that? Am I a cyber girl? I sound annoying. Oh no. Hey, don't want that. Oh, lovely quiet.
What is this? What's this one sound like? Let's do that again? How do I sound? Well, weird.
How about here? Oh, it just turned off. What's going on? Can you guys still see it? I don't know. How about that? Magic chords. Is that weird? There's that one you guys liked. What is it? The Battlefield radio. Oh, here's Barbarian.
Yeah. Do I sound like a barbarian or what? It's a barbarian. Scary Teddy. Do I sound like a scary teddy, or does it sound like a weird, dumb teddy? Probably a weird, dumb one. I really want to set that. Where's the radios? Megaphone 2.
Alert! You guys are all under arrest. NWO is in full effect in Canada. According to Mark Carney, he just accepted the NWO. You guys seen that? Free candy bad guy voice. Oh boy. I don't know. Oh, where's my normal one? No. I gotta find my normal one. Remember it? You guys know it. I just gotta find it. Where's my hive? My hive mind. There it is. All right. Oh, hey, Rabid. Oh, hey, Rabid. I don't know if it's working. All right, let's turn this up. Is it on or off now? There, off. Move that to the side. Turn it off. Let's go back to this. All right, we're back. Enough of that. Resistance is futile. I need a hollow voice if I start a YouTube channel. Hollow? If you run the node on an x86 device and RAID on BIOS level, you can. What? ISIS here. Free candy for that guy. That was a trip. Oh, is that crazy? Is I freaking people out or what? Yeah, I don't. I got to replay the stream now to see what they even sound like because I don't know. I guess I could have it play in my ears. I guess I could have done that, but then it sounds weird, and when you're talking at the same time with yourself, and then I don't finish the sentence, and it's just weird. So I'll just listen to the stream later, see how it goes. Alrighty, guys. So I guess we're gonna wrap this one up, though. It's a nice little bit of time hanging out with you guys. Tomorrow, maybe we'll do a Q&A or something tomorrow. We'll see what happens for Sunday. But I got to get to the hockey game. It is Red Panda Mining versus Rabid Mining, Vancouver versus the Edmonton Oilers, Alberta versus BC. Let's check this out. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys for showing up to this live stream. Rabid out.